YouTube. Today we are going to be doing a complete breakdown of every primary weapon from day one of the Call of Duty Vanguard's alpha. Let's go. Alrighty guys, so today is day one of the Call of Duty Vanguard's alpha, and we are going to be breaking down each primary weapon that you can get within Champions Hill, because it's first weekend and Champion Hill is the only game mode that you can play. So it's a little bit of like a twist on gunfight, and it's pretty fun, I will say. There is a couple issues with it, but I'm not going to address those really today, other than they need to have some kind of objective on it, because there's a lot of camping that gets going on at certain points in the game. But I had a good time, and I was able to get gameplays for every single one of these weapons, and I just want to talk about each weapon one by one so I can give you guys a little bit of an idea on what I think they need to do to the game in general or that weapon specifically. So we're going to start it off with the weapons that you start with, the MP40. Let's go. Oh, and if you guys are new here, make sure you guys do drop a like on today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you guys want to find your way back, specifically with notifications on, so you guys can get notified anytime I post a new video or I go live here on YouTube. And comment below, guys, your first opinions on the alpha or any of these weapons in general, because I want to know everything that you guys are thinking, because I have all my thoughts, but I always like to bounce my thoughts off of you guys in the comments as well. So let's jump into it. All right, you guys, so starting here today, we have the MP40. The MP40 has always been like that high damage, kind of has a little bit of recoil gun, and it's still that exact same gun. It feels exactly like the one back then, all the way back in World at War, and that was my favorite gun back then. So I'm very excited about this gun. It feels very good. I will say, with the SMGs in general, I did notice at range, they're not that good, which is a huge W for this game, because we all know this is going off of the Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2019 was ruined by the MP5 being a long-range weapon the entire season of the CDL. So great start here, good damage. I honestly don't think this gun needs to get changed at all. It's probably the most balanced one they have in the game currently. How won that gunfight? And then next we have the M1928, aka the Thompson. We haven't seen the Thompson in the game for a minute now, and it kind of feels weird that we're using World War II guns again. I will be honest, I'm not super stoked about World War II guns, but you can't go wrong with the Thompson. The Thompson, it feels good. It's got a high fire rate. I will say it is a little bit harder to control than the MP40 was. For me personally, you guys know me, I usually play on mouse and keyboard, but I was playing on a controller on a PS4, so I'm usually mouse and keyboard on a computer with bigger FOV and a lot of different things. So opinions will change once we get a little bit more opportunity on that, but I didn't find it as strong as the MP40, but it was very, very solid. It could definitely get the job done. Hip firing on both of these SMGs did not feel very good at all, and I think they really did nerf it, or they just don't have the right attachments on them right now. So
Charlie's down for the count. Nice work wrapping that up. Team Hal is down and out. Only 6 teams remaining.
And then the third weapon we're talking about today is the SG-44. My baby, I'm so glad this weapon's back. I love this weapon. It's probably one of my... I still have so many good memories of using it in World at War, and it's still true to its roots. I really like the reticles they put in this game. They feel phenomenal, and they look really good too. Like the yellow dot, I haven't seen them ever put a yellow... maybe Advanced Warfare had a yellow dot, or you could customize it to it in Black Ops Original, but Feels really good, guys. I really like the STG. Very accurate, long-range weapon, and it feels nice. It's really balanced right now, too. I don't think there's anything broken about it by any means.
The 10 lives left.
Trading with the Modern Warfare, at least in multiplayer. In Warzone, it's not too bad because the time to kill slower.
Double kill.
There we go, a little
Enemy
double.
took your life.
Alrighty, guys, so the bar here, everyone knows the bar like terrorized World War II for the beginning of the game, and it was just so good. It was so freaking good, and then the PPSH took over when they nerfed the bar. If you don't remember all the way back that far, like, the bar was broken, and we're going to be in that exact same situation here. So you can level up this gun, unlocking it in this game mode to incendiary rounds. You can also do it on the Thompson, I noticed, and I think you can probably do it on almost every weapon. They seem very, very strong right now, the incendiary rounds, and specifically on this gun. Like, I got killed in one bullet in the head in one time. Like, I'm not even kidding. When I had no armor, one bullet to the head. And then another time, I noticed it was one bullet to the head and one in the chest. I don't know if there's just like inconsistency on it, or maybe I was just like slightly hurt from like a stun or something on the first one, but the bar seems absolutely broken right now with the incendiary rounds. So without them, it seems pretty solid. It does a good amount of range and good damage, 0 recoil. The scope they gave you on it was pretty ugly, so I'm hoping that isn't like going to be like your typical long range scope. But in multiplayer, you're usually using like a red dot anyway, so I did like all the red dots that we saw. So I'm thinking the bar right now is going to be the first gun that needs a major nerf. So we'll see what ends up happening.
One life left to live. Make it count. Team George has been sacked.
Alrighty, and then one of the biggest things in Call of Duty is always sniping. And we have a Kar 98K again. And I will say, it feels nothing like the Modern Warfare one, so don't get excited about it yet. Obviously, we have very basic attachments on these snipers. I did level one up all the way, and the aim down sight still didn't feel that good because you can like level up the guns within the game mode when you buy, like, you pay for it to upgrade if you guys haven't played it yet. But Kar 98K, it feels solid, but I will say in this game mode, for amount you're paying for them to potentially, like, it's hard to hit headshots specifically in these close range engagements. So most of the maps are pretty small, and I think that they really need to lower the price on the snipers, because when you're chest shotting someone and they have any kind of armor, it's not going to kill them. You have to hit headshots. So I don't think they're in the greatest position in this, but they didn't feel horrible. But I will say, for you quick scopers out there, it's not a good sign for quick scoping right now, but they felt good. Yeesh. Oh, let's go.
4 teams remaining. It's getting spicy.
I gotta use my mini map a little more. Oh, let's go.
You got 10 seconds.
And to piggyback off the Kar 98K today, guys, we have a new sniper rifle, the 3-line rifle. It felt exactly the same as the Kar 98K. Like, honestly, they both had like pretty slow aim down sight speeds. They hit about the same damage wise that I could tell, and they both one shot in the head. So I think they feel decent, but it's like maybe one's gonna be more like the HDR down the line, and one's gonna be more like quick scoping down the line. I don't know, but it's a sniper at the end of the day. Hit him in the chest. Usually in multiplayer you're gonna get a kill. We'll see if it's the same thing when we get into actual multiplayer, but with the plates in this game mode, it kind of does throw that feeling off, and it's hard to really judge sniping because you're not putting your own attachments on it. So right now, it's basically just aim down sight, point and click. So let's go on to the next one.
You got 10 seconds.
And then we got to test out some of the shotguns, guys. The shotguns in this game mode, at least, we have the Revolving Shotgun, which is basically like your street sweeper. It's got the big old drum on it. You can shoot a lot of, I think it held 5 of them or up to 10 of them at one point, and when I upgraded it all the way, it felt decent. I will say the recoil on both of these is kind of nuts, and the hip fire thing is like ginormous. You know, shotguns are usually like tighter. It's like huge on it. So I wasn't too impressed with them, unless there was a couple of kills that you'll see in the gameplay here in a second that was very, like, when I'm up close with them, very easy. but any kind of range, it felt really bad. I don't know who would ever buy the shotguns in this game mode, other than if you're just gonna camp and like sit in corners, because other than that, I was not impressed. So I do like that, but maybe if we put the red attachments on it, they'll be good. We have our supply plane out, so I'm gonna try to play slow here. I don't know if my teammate shot him at all, but that guy got fried. How am I still alive? Oh, did that guy have incendiary rounds on it? One shot, one kill. And then the second shotgun we have is the auto loading shotgun. I have no idea how this gun's ever going to be viable. I literally leveled it or unlocked it all the way up and did all the good stuff to it. And this thing just like you shoot it every single time, it just like shoots straight up. Like there is so much recoil on it. So you literally have to like really get up on someone. You'll see in the clip here that I have for you, I have a few kills and like you have to be on these people, but the damage seems to be pretty good on it. So we'll see if there is a way to reduce that recoil or they reduce it down the line. But as of right now, not impressed.
Seconds. One life left to live. Make it count.
All right, there's the auto. Oh, we got saved by the buzzer.
You got 10 seconds. Only 16 remaining. You destroyed Team Dog. We're done here. Stretch your legs.
And the next, guys, we have the LMGs. So the MG42, it basically has no recoil and a very high fire rate. So I do think it is pretty solid, but to really compete against some of these other guns, I don't know. Like, they're really, really strong right now, some of the other guns. So I think in this situation, I would probably take the bar over an MG, but I will say it was pretty easy to use, and it was like your typical LMG where you get a little bit more ammo. So for people that don't have great aim, but in this game, it literally takes a few bullets to kill people, so I don't think LMGs are going to be in a great spot, but they feel decent.
Only 4 lives left.
Hey, what? You just know I'm spawning here already, bro? What? What's that sound?
You're the last one standing. It's on you, soldier.
This thing beams. And then we brought back a classic here, the DP27. I think it's been called different things in like 3 different Call of Duties, but you basically have the big old disc on top of the LMG, big ammo clip, held like 63 or something, and it felt really good. There was no recoil on another gun with a good fire rate, and you really could not go wrong with it. It's a very solid weapon. I don't think it felt as heavy as the MG did, but very basic stuff here. We don't have all the attachments, and they kill people, and I would probably take the bar over it as well still, but we'll see where they end up doing with it. I'd be interested to see at Call of Duty that they actually make LMGs like overpowered. Like they never are, but we'll see what ends up happening.
You got 10. Last one standing. Team's counting on you.
But that's going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy today's little breakdown of these weapons for as minimal gameplay as we have right now. Obviously, we can't see what attachments. Apparently, they're going to be able to put 10 attachments on some of these guns, and that's going to make, I don't even want to know what the bar or some of these LMGs maybe even look like with 10 attachments, because right now they're scary looking, and it didn't look like they had that many attachments on them right now. So, first day of the gameplay, it definitely fixed the movement. It feels a little clunky. Obviously, there is a huge disadvantage of playing on a PS4. Like, the hertz and everything were just dropping out of nowhere frames. I haven't played on one of those in forever. I know a lot of you guys play them on a regular basis, so you're used to it. But for me, I play on a computer on a daily basis with 120 FOV. So I'm okay with the FOV. I'm used to it. I've played Call of Duty for years. But I will say the smoothness of the game did not feel the best. And I'm sure it felt a lot better if you're playing on like a PS5 or in the next couple weeks when we get to see a little bit more in the beta. So initial feel for the weapons is I think they're in a decent spot. I don't think anything's absolutely broken other than the bar right now. Hopefully they do nerf that or the incendiary rounds, whichever one it is, like being absolutely broken. Maybe it's the FMJ. I don't know. There's a lot though. And then I did notice in just general, you can track people through walls. Like you can see like red dots through walls in the game mode. I don't know if that's going to be something that you're going to be able to see in other situations or if it's just going to be in that game mode. I don't know. But I'm excited, guys. I did have a good time in it today, and I'll be trying to give you guys as many videos on this going forward and updates and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel and have notifications on so I can keep you guys updated with everything Call of Duty Vanguard. And we'll also be playing Warzone as well because all these weapons will be going into Warzone as well. So appreciate you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your day and peace out.